Hey, this is Raulh of Please Act Right. I feel it's extremely important for me to make this video for a lot of the younger guys out there who have never been given this information. Seeing that we have a lot of young men being raised by single mothers, I understand that you weren't taught what women to deal with and which ones to let go of. Also, how to vet women when you're in the early stages of dating her. I'm going to show you a video of a man explaining something I've been doing for years. I've been labeled as the guy who would walk away in an instance. They would say, be careful dating him because as soon as you do something he doesn't like, he's gonna leave you. Now that's only partially true. The truth of the matter is, I'm gonna leave a woman the minute I realize she's not bringing any value to my life, when she starts causing unnecessary problem. I generally let a woman go because she either can't resolve a simple issue, won't resolve a simple issue, or she's refusing to resolve a simple issue. Now take a listen to this young man.
Stop being a shelter for these broken souls. Are you the broken soul? Foster home? Like, what are you doing? Stop letting these people in your life that bring no value to the table. Really always evaluate them like, all right, what do you do? What can you do for me? You want to come into my life, my business. What can you do for me? How do you add value to me? Stop letting people around you that don't add value. Always check their value level and see how much value they're adding to your life. It's really that simple. Do a psychological evaluation in your head of this person. What do they bring to my table? And if they're not bringing nothing, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Never be afraid to cut people off. Never be afraid to find somebody else. You never know what you find when you go looking. You never know. People really be thinking that they got you, and you need to let them know that they do not have you. Your spot is up for grabs at all times. Let's clap it up for that. Let these people know that it's other people wanting to take their spot.
Now, first of all, guys, you have to have value to offer a woman before you can expect her to offer value to you. So if you don't have anything to offer her, you need to work on yourself first. You know I'm about to tell you a story, right? My father had a friend named Archie who lived down the street that would come by and visit from time to time when we would be sitting on the porch just talking. I had no idea back then that when I was about 14 years old, the gems he was giving me. After taking his advice, that's the reason it was so easy for me to let a woman go. One of the gems he gave me was this: when dating a woman, do 3 things of importance to her as soon as you possibly can. Those 3 things don't have to be big things to you, nor cost a lot of money. Reason? You want to be in a position where if she is evaluating you, as far as the value you bring to her, she's already seen it. Or make sure she sees you doing things of value for other people that you did them for her. She would benefit from it. See, Archie knew I knew how to work on cars, work on houses, resolve issues, that I was reliable and dependable, etc. He already knew the value I bring to a woman's life. Then he would express to me to start looking for her value, the value that would make my life easier if I kept seeing her. The value I bring to a woman's life would definitely make her life easier. So he expressed the importance of me dating a woman who could do the same for me in return. So I would fix her car, if it was something simple for me, but would be a problem for her. Fix something on her house, if she had a house, and help her resolve some issues she wasn't familiar with to take the burden off her, so she wouldn't have to deal with it. Unfortunately, most women only take with very little to give. Then after a short period of time in dating, here comes the problems, not life's problems. Problems she would create, problems like being hard-headed, not respecting my boundaries, arguing over little silly stuff, just to name a few. The first thing I would think to myself is this: what value does this woman bring to my life that I should put up with her nonsense? And the answer would almost always be nothing. So when I would ask her to resolve the problem and she would refuse, there is no reason for me to stick around. I would simply dump her. Think about it. We've been seeing each other for 3 months, and there's nothing about this woman that would make me want to keep seeing her. And now she's causing me unnecessary grief. Why bother? Now I'm not talking about if she makes mistakes. I'm talking about a woman who's making your life hard. You tell her and she keeps doing it or makes excuses instead of fixing it. Cut her loose. But of course, when she goes to tell her side of the story of what happened, she would simply say, all she did was this one little thing and he left me. But the truth of the matter is, that little thing, as she calls it, was a big thing to me. Long before Tyler Perry played the Medea character and did this part in the play, I learned this from Archie many years ago. And it goes like this: I never just throw anybody away. I always tell the person that this thing that you're doing, if we're going to continue to be cool, I need you to fix this. If they fix it, or I see they're working on it, cool. I'll let that person stick around because they're showing that they care. But if you tell somebody, and this also means male friends too, guys, that something they're doing is bothering you, and they keep doing it, or come up with excuses on why they should continue to do it, that person doesn't love you, they don't care about you. Let them go. You should never have to convince anybody to respect you or your boundaries. The reason I bring this up is because I'm seeing so many videos of women talking about men can't take them out on a coffee date or a walk in the park. He has to take them out on $200 dinner dates. Why are these women saying that? Because some of them are getting money from men on the regular because men are giving it to them thinking he's supposed to. No, you don't have to give a woman money that you just started dating, especially if she provides no true value to you. This leads me to a second quick story. A long while back, I bought a 2-unit building. One of the tenants was a woman in her 30s with 2 young children. The rent was $550 a month. Remember, this was a long time ago. For the first few months, she paid on time. Then around the 4th month, she called and asked me if she could pay the rent on the 5th because her boyfriend was having a problem getting his check on time. I told her yes and didn't think much about it after that. She paid the money on the 5th, and that was that. About 3 or 4 months later, she called me again and asked if she could pay on the 5th of the month again and that her boyfriend was having a problem getting his check on time. So I said, wait a minute, your lease is just you and your 2 children. Your boyfriend is not supposed to be living there. That's when she informed me that he didn't live there and that he had his own place. The boyfriend was paying her rent and his rent where he lived too. Why is this story relevant? Because she had a lease with me for a year, and on the 10th month, she informed me that she was going to move when her lease was up. Not thinking at the time before I asked that it was none of my business, I asked her would she be moving in with her boyfriend to save money, and she said no. That's when she informed me they had broken up. This is what I want you to take away from this true story. This man had been paying her rent for 10 months at $550 per month. He dished out a total of $5,500, and they broke up. He can never get that money back. Here's the question. What exactly was he getting in return for paying her rent for 10 months while they were together? Was it just sex? Because I'll be honest with you, there was nothing about this woman that made her special enough to waste $5,500 of his hard-earned cash on her. The moral of this whole video is you're looking for a woman who brings actual value to your life. You know, the woman who makes your life better, the woman who makes your life easier, not the woman who is nothing but a liability. A liability where the only thing you get in return from her is sex. Honestly, you can get that a cheaper way, if you know what I mean. So start paying attention to what value a woman brings to your life based on her actions, not what she says, not how she looks, or her bedroom action. I promise you, you'll save yourself a boatload of headaches, heartaches, and a boatload of cash. Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these 2 videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead. Don't be scared.